EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first-rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's the rookie from Auburn. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him 1 drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them. They get it by attacking and attacking the ball.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. On play action now, McCarthy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone and mark him at the 4.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Again, McCarthy to throw. Caught out wide. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Buys time, rolling right. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. J.J. McCarthy in a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
The Vikings have it teed up, then play resumes with the kick. Here's Smith on the return. He is raw, tap ball's free. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. It kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys, hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. It starts. Escapes the pocket. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, do you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. Do you have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. So you're going to be just fine.
Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A 28-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
They send the receiver in motion right. On 1st down, this is Scatterbury. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there, so we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Go! 70 Lions!
Going right back to Scatterbury. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gets him back to within 11. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Brought in Ty Felton. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
And the Vikings 1st down. A gain of 33 yards on the play.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Taken in by Felton, left side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They're 25 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Forced out to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hold this one away. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Under the gun this time. Here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on 3rd down. Dart out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Takes this in at the 25. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Second and 10, McCarthy. Finds a man right side. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Catch made. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again now, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to fourth and goal. Bates' kick is up and good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Smith on the return. Jukes away from one. He's brought down after a nice little effort there. That's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. So just a minute 57 now remaining, Bronk, in quarter number 2. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Dart setting in to throw here. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here goes Dart to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And again comes Michael Pilardi for another punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Takes it in at the 26. And found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Trying to work quickly now. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. They stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Everybody rushing back to the line.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings 1st down.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead.
Giants 3.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's Smith on the return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Giants take over now late in this 1st half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds.
Ready, hut! Panther 60, Panther 60!
On 1st down, here's Dart. Screwing here for Scalaboo. Fights his way through a tackle. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he put everything he's got behind it. That's cut at the 25. The Giants using their 1st time out.
44 yards.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Starks. Gets him on the in route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. Second and 3 now.
8-yard line.
Dart going to throw again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
Throwing on third. Here's Dart. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, apologies to our buddy Scott Hansen. We're going to catch up with you after this one, Scott. We're going to jump past halftime, get you right back to the start of the second half. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start this second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Darts out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
A gain of 3 brings up third and 8.
Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit from 37 yards in the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Here's McCarthy on first and 10. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments, the game does.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
It's going to tuck it and run. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Flush down out to his left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Giants are set to punt. Michael Pilardi, the one to kick it away. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10, it's McCarthy. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
2nd down, McCarthy to pass. He's going to try another deep one here. Caught at the 20-yard line. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He fields it from the 8. Escapes a defender. Shoots another one. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They give right side. It's Scatterboo. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
One of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, you really create some indecision now defensively.
It's Scatterbull on second down. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Caught by Washington, left side. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Darts back to throw. He finds Neighbors right side. Still fighting forward. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a small chunk off that lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Giants will trail by 25. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Jump off caught by his back. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. 2nd down now. They need 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Caught quickly on the slant. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Vikings with it to begin the 4th, and this game entering blowout territory. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Again, McCarthy to throw. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw. Here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
From the gun on 3rd down. Strong running inside the 30. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And they stop him just in time. He's at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone on 1st. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. From the gun, here's Dart. He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Brings us 3rd and goal.
Third and long for him here. That one connects. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you.
And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it is knocked away. Shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, you're flying around and making the play.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Looking inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful.
And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He's got the squibber. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this ball back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Got Washington. It's complete. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. New set of downs for him from the 31. Dart going to throw again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. Into the red zone. And the Vikings take over as here, of course, off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it in close. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep running away with this. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Giants offense all set to get started. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. On first and 10, here's Dart. Quick slant, caught by Neighbors. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's second and inches.
Second and inches at the 45-yard line.
Blitz coming. Here's Dart. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Going on first down. It's Dart. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Brock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
First and 10.
They're going to pass it here. Caught by the open man. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts at the 9. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
One final shot here. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's brought down after a short game. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And yet another challenger is vanquished.